Hello everyone, this is Linkimus Prime, and it has officially been 2 years since my very first action figure review on this channel, which was the NECA 1956 Godzilla American poster version. And so I figured I would make a 2-year follow-up video for the anniversary. And so today we are taking a look at the NECA 1954 Godzilla. I do not know what it has been, but I have found like 3 new NECA Godzilla figures recently, and I also bought 2 off of a friend, which is a surprise, and I will reveal what those are soon. Yeah, I don't know what it's been, but I've just been finding more NECA Godzilla figures, and this just happened to be one of them. And funnily enough, this costed me $54. There you go. But yeah, so anyways, let's get right into the review. I'm going to remove this. There was no box that came with this. I bought this used, but it is in great condition. But just kind of going in on the detail, that head sculpt looks great. I've pretty much covered this figure already with the 56 version, but you know, there obviously a few differences, but yeah, nice, very nice charcoal grayish black for the overall body. Dorsal spines are painted very nicely as well, with just kind of this, you know, lightish gray color that kind of goes all the way down to the end of the tail, as well as to the top of the head right here. And on the original version, because I should mention this is the reissue, by the way, on the original version it had this weird shiny texture look to it, and the dorsal spines were just cut off at these like little points right here, and it looked awful. They blended it so much better here on this reissued version, and it just looks way better. I cannot say the same, unfortunately, for going down on the rest of the tail, since that does cut off at a weird kind of look, and I'm not the biggest fan of that, but it's not too bad. Rest of it is more of like a dry brush that goes over it, with like a bit of a lighter gray. Eyes are painted a nice white, and there is a black for the pupil. Inside of the mouth is not painted pink or red or anything like that, and that's to capture the black and white look, and they did a very good job of that. Fingernails and toenails are painted nicely. I don't see any scuffed paint whatsoever, and there's not really a lot of like paint bleeding, so that is really, really nice. But overall, very, very nice looking Godzilla figure, in my opinion. Definitely captures that kind of goofy look with all the wrinkles and all that kind of stuff, and it is very much accurate to the movie. But yeah, NECA did a very, very good job at capturing the look of 54 here. Now, when it comes to his articulation, we do have a hinge joint at the jaw, which allows him to open up that much and close that much. Rotation at the head, which only goes about that far. You can look up that far and down that far. We do get more here, which allows him to look farther down and farther up, as well as rotation all the way around. And he can look side to side. I'm also going to move my camera up just a bit, and there we go. And so that is pretty much it for that section right there. The arms can rotate, but they cannot go a full 360, or maybe they can. No, they cannot. I do not want to force that. But yeah, so the arms can rotate pretty far. They can move out that much, in that much. There is a swivel right here at the elbow, a bend at the elbow. And unfortunately, I do have some paint scraping off. That's not the wisest choice to paint that section, NECA, but okay. We do have a swivel at the hand, a ball joint, I believe, at the hand. I don't think that's a hinge joint, at least I'm not pretty sure. I think that is a ball joint, and we do have a hinge joint at the fingers. We do have rotation at the waist, which can go pretty decently. He can crunch forward about that much, and can crunch back about that much. And you can get some side-to-side movement, not too much. It is a bit hindered, but it is something you can do. Legs can rotate around pretty nicely as well, but it's just on that weird kind of V cut that I'm not the biggest fan of. Legs can spread just a little bit, but not much. There is a hinge joint at the knee, which is too tight, but you get the idea. So it can, you know, kind of bend and all that kind of stuff. There is a swivel in the knee as well, and there is a ball joint in the foot as well, which allows it to kind of pivot a little bit, go up and down, and that's really about it for that part of the articulation. Rest of the tail is just hinge joint here, or sorry, ball joint here, ball joint here, ball joint here, and this part of the tail is just dreaded bendy wire, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but not the biggest deal. Allows for swiveling and all that kind of stuff, and I've covered these tails many times. So that is pretty much it for Godzilla's articulation here, and it is very, very nice. Now we did get an atomic breath piece right here, which does look very nice. This is the same that was used on the 1962 Godzilla, and it does look very cool. It is molded in a yellow plastic that was kind of painted over by a kind of whitish look, or like a whitish paint, which gives it like a smoky look. And all I gotta do is pop it in the mouth like that, and he's shooting his atomic breath, and that looks very, very nice. And for a quick size comparison, here we have the NECA 1954 Godzilla next to the Bandai America 1954 Godzilla, the Hiya Toys 2021 Godzilla. Here we have next to the SH Monster Arts 2021 Godzilla, and last but not least, the NECA 1956 Godzilla, my very first action figure review. And for my final comments on this figure, I would recommend him if you could find him for a decent price and not a bootleg, because it doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, but great figure in my opinion. I think NECA did a great job, you know, with the original mold and just improving it for the reissue. I think they just did absolutely amazing with this figure, and I love that they did a repainted version, you know, for the American poster version, which was great in my opinion. I absolutely love the way that that looks, especially with the cardboard backdrop. But yeah, I love the 54 mold. I'm happy to, that this was my first kind of exposure to the 54 mold, because I knew what I was going into when I found this. But I just knew I had to get this guy when I found him, because, you know, I always wanted to have like a definitive 54. I didn't really want to get the SH Monster Arts because he's kind of expensive, and just getting him for only like $54 was great. So I'm really happy that I was able to find one. And you know, I don't care it didn't have a box or not. You know, boxes kind of take up a lot of space for me, so kind of did me a favor. But yeah, definitely a great figure. Still solid, still holds up to this day. But yeah, but anyways, guys, that is about it for this review. Thank you guys so much for 2 years. I cannot believe I've been doing these for 2 years now. But it is insane. I cannot have done it without all of you guys, and I appreciate all of your support. I ask that you continue to support me. The channel is going to continue to grow from now on. You know, I have a lot of plans in mind that I'm going to get into, because I have a 1,500 subscriber special planned, so I will get into some stuff then, because I'm getting close to 1,500. So I have a lot of stuff planned. I cannot wait for you guys to find out about what it is. But yeah, so anyways, guys, that is about it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.